Hello YouTube, this is Captain Ball here again, and I have a very special gun for you today because I have my Uberti 1851 Navy with me. If you have seen my previous videos, you already know that this gun is a tech driver, so it puts hole in hole. It's a very accurate gun, and it also plays an important part in the history of the repros because this is one of the very first guns ever manufactured by Uberti for Navy arms. So this is something that started the black powder revolution. But today I also have an original here with me, manufactured by Samuel Colt in the 19th century, and the gun is in very nice condition, so I think it is time to compare them. What do you think? So first, let's check the technical specifications, and later let's hit the range to see how this old lady performs. Why don't you come with me?
Both revolvers you see here are Colt Navies, but they are different. The Colt Navy was manufactured from 1850 to 1873, and altogether 215,348 pieces were made at the Hartford factory. There are many variations of this iconic gun. The original piece you see here is a late third model produced between 1855-1858. The Uberti Repro is the copy of a fourth model which was manufactured from 1858 until 1873. These two pistols are quite close to each other in time, but the later model shows some important developments. Both grips are made of one-piece hand-fitted walnut, and the size is the same. The frame of the grip is different. The original is brass also, but it's silver-plated. Both barrels are 7.5 inch long, and of course they are octagonal. The Uberti Repro is the third of the first samples produced for Navy Arms, the company that started the repro revolution. The original was manufactured in late 1854 and has a New York barrel address. The hold of both guns is very similar. Both the weight, grip size and feel of the revolvers are the same. The original has a gain twist rifling with a left-hand spiral and 7 grooves. The repro has a right-hand twist with 7 grooves as well. The groove-to-groove diameter of the original bore is 382-383, while it is 370 on the repro. The loading notch on the repro is beveled, indicating that it is a fourth model. The two cylinders are nearly identical. The safety notches, however, are missing from the original, but their place is still visible. The chambers of the original are conical. They don't size the 384 ball. The repro's chambers size the ball to 370 by shearing a small thin ring of lead from the bullet. The repro hammer has a flat face, but the original has the recess for the safety pins. Another important difference between the third and fourth model is the size of the trigger guard. It is much bigger on the fourth model, the Uberti Repro. The Repro is a very good copy. If it had the safety pins, it could be considered nearly perfect, but still many of the parts are interchangeable, as the cylinder swapping test proves it. If you want to read about the origins of the 1851 Navy name and the different variations, please visit capandball.eu.
So ladies and gentlemen, why don't you all come with me to the range and see an 1851 Navy working and shooting lead again. But in fact today I will leave this reproduction at home because I already know it's a very accurate gun, there is no reason to test it, but I will spend some more time with the original. So come, let's hit the range now.
In 1855, Colt established his own factory to produce various cartridges. His 36 caliber combustible envelope cartridges utilized a 380 caliber 120 grain conical ball propelled by 15 to 18 grains of good quality hazard powder. My load for the test was 18 grains of 3F Swiss powder, cornmeal filler, 383 round ball and my usual revolver lube. There is something special about shooting a 150 years old revolver. I wish she could tell the story how she traveled so far. But one thing for sure, this old lady still shoots a tight group that any service pistol could be proud of today. 4 shots out of 6 are within the size of the 10 ring on this ISSF 50-meter pistol target, and the rest is also very, very close. The size of the total group is much smaller than the 9 ring. The Navy was one of the very first revolvers that could be carried in a holster on the belt, still having a decent firepower. This revolver took the Colt name up in the sky, and still today it is something that must have a place in any black powder shooter's gun locker.